Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football United TV. I'm your host, Matt King, and I'm here with Arsenal fan Dan. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How you coping now after a few weeks? We haven't spoken about 3 weeks on the channel. How you coping?
Fine. I mean, I'm managing to work from home intermittently. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm okay. I can't complain. I'm healthy. I'm working. I've got no complaints. Just the lack of vitamin D because I don't have a garden. How about you?
I'm all right. Nothing's really changed for me. I'm still working, aren't I? So the only thing I can't really do is the social aspect, like going out, eating. Even though my favourite chicken wing band's opened up again, so at least I can go and do something. Yeah. I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, by the way, happy birthday for yesterday. What did you get up to?
Thank you. Not much. Drinking, playing board games. Luckily, we live with another couple, so at least we could socialise with someone other than just the two of us, which would have been fine, but it's nice that we had the option to socialise with two other people. Yeah, just played a bit of Cards Against Disney, which I've never even didn't know existed before. Code Names, that's an absolute belter. And what was the other thing we played? Pictopia Disney. It was quite a Disney themed evening, to be fair.
And talking about taking part in something, today we're doing the your favourite Premier League team of all time, right?
Yeah.
Confident on that?
I would have thought that some of my choices would be quite popular. I don't think there's any curveballs, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, when I reveal mine to you, we'll see what you think, won't we?
Before we do get onto that, though, if I can ask everybody a quick reminder, please subscribe, share, like, do what you can for the channel. And thank you, everybody, recently that has. We haven't had a lot of content, but our subscribers have gone up. I don't know how that works. Maybe I should just not do anything, Dan. Maybe I'll get 1 million subscribers. So, yeah, news this week, or the last couple of weeks, actually, talking about it. Let's talk about the Newcastle United takeover. What do you make of that? This could be a new shark in the water for the top six. Do you think that, you know, with their fan base as well, which is magnificent, might I add, much better than probably Man City's, and seeing as their owners have got much more money than Man City and their owners, what do you make of this as an Arsenal fan as well and as a football fan?
I mean, remembering back to when Man City were bought out, like, got new owners, it took them a good few years to get to where they are now. It probably took them about 4 or 5 years to get to that sort of level. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be the same case with Newcastle, though. I think, yeah, it's going to be a 4 or 5 year project to get them to a certain level. I don't think you can just buy star players and pay them whatever to get directly into top six competition. It is a build project, but it'll be interesting. And to be honest, for Newcastle fans, it's probably long overdue. Can you imagine the years of Mike Ashley and the lack of willing to spend, and he's always trying to sell the club, and is he really interested? You do feel for Newcastle fans. So maybe, you know, it's their time to shine. So good luck to them. Let's just see if they can do it legitimately without bending any rules, or, you know, especially with fair play for, like, players' wages, etc. So we'll see, won't we?
Yeah, exactly. And like you say, I completely agree. Like, Mike Ashley, he had to go, mate. You know, the way he's been running Sports Direct as well, and you know, he's been in the media for that, you know, about zero contracts, and believe it or not, he was the first person of any club in the Premier League to take the furlough. So it just sort of shows you, doesn't it, really, the sort of guy, the sort of character he is.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing for Newcastle. They've always had that potential. I think, you know, look at their ground. It's like still one of the biggest in the Premier League, and I don't even know why people have not looked at them in the past. Like, all these big money spenders coming in. You know, you look at Sheffield United as well. Wolves have got an investor now, haven't they? They're doing quite well with their money and their profits. Why didn't anybody look into going to Newcastle? I don't really understand.
Probably because Mike Ashley kept and ahhing about the selling price. Maybe he's quite a difficult man to strike up a deal with. That would be my thoughts, but I don't know, mate.
Yeah, Well, someone has now anyway. They were looking at actually going for Man United, but 350 million, I think, or 340 million it is for Newcastle. He did buy it for 150 million, so he's made his profit. Let's just see if he can keep Sports Direct and is it House of Fraser and all that. See if he can keep them going. Other news, of course, a little bit of news going on about Thomas Partey. Lots of clubs looking at him, especially Arsenal, plays for Atletico Madrid. Been, like I say, been scouted a lot by different teams. What do you think Arsenal need to do in the transfer market if, obviously, the season goes ahead next year? What do you think they need to do, and what places do you think need to be filled up in order to at least compete in the top 7 this year?
Right, Thomas Partey, he's a DM, isn't he?
That's correct. Yeah.
Which that's
sort of
that's interesting because I think it's interesting because we've got Torreira. I know he's got the injury, but he'll be back soon enough. And we've got Guendouzi, but I know that Guendouzi's already had a few run-ins with Arteta. Maybe he's just looking for someone with a bit more experience. Maybe Guendouzi might be a player we could potentially sell on. I don't know. He's quite popular with the crowds, but he's not the most disciplined. We'll have to see with that one. So I think maybe that we'll see, because I think if Thomas Partey comes to Arsenal, I think you'll see Torreira or Guendouzi going in another direction. Where I think we need to build is I think we need a new right back, because I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles is going to be sold this summer. So a new right back as backup to Bellerin.
Do you not think Maitland-Niles is better on the right wing as more of an attacking player than where he has been playing? I don't even think he is.
This is the. No, he's not. He sees himself as like a central midfielder or a right-sided midfielder, and he even said that to Arteta that he didn't want to play at right back. Whereas as an opposite, Saka is not a left back, but has been willing to learn that position if it gets him first team football. So yeah, I think Maitland-Niles is stuck between a rock and a hard place. So I've got a feeling we're going to sell Maitland-Niles this summer, but I could be completely wrong. But I've got this weird feeling he'll go. So that's why I think we need a backup and a right back to Bellerin. And then I'd say I still think we need 2 centre backs. I just can't see anything. Still need 2 solid centre backs. Don't know what this William Saliba is going to be like. Let's hope he's amazing, but he's still only going to be 19. There's a lot of faith in Chambers and Holding, and David Luiz will just hang around to be that experienced centre back. But the likes of Pastathopoulos is just not up to scratch anymore. So it wasn't really when we got him. So yeah, I still think we need. I'll be honest, I think it's just our defence. I think everywhere else we're looking quite well, but again, Aubameyang or Lacazette will probably go in the summer. So then we probably need. So to answer your question in brief, after rambling on all that time, a striker, a pair of centre backs, and a right back.
That's quite a lot, though, isn't it?
Well, it's only 4 players.
Yeah, but if you can get rid of some of them players as well, and it's quite hard these days to just shift players on, as you know, with Ozil. And Aubameyang, I don't necessarily think he can go anywhere else. I don't think he'll fit into anyone else's squad right now. I think he might just sign a new contract. I really do. I heard his dad was sort of trying to egg him on to sign a new one, apparently.
Yeah, like
days.
Yeah, like do the right thing kind of thing. Stay where you are, son. Do the right thing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, mate. I'm really not sure, but I do think either Aubameyang or Lacazette is gone this summer. I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles is gone this summer, and either Torreira or Guendouzi. I think they're your departures, and probably Pastathopoulos and Mustafi. But we'll see, won't we?
And just one final thing, really, just talking about. I know you didn't know too much about it, but the news about the players breaking the COVID rules and having thrown house parties, sex parties, all sorts of weird stuff going on. What do you make of this? Because they're coming out pretty much saying everybody stay home, you're doing a terrific job, like it's the best thing you can be doing, and then a few days later they're caught doing the reckless. You know, what do you make of this? This isn't really good, is it, for the younger generation looking up to these players?
No, I mean it's reckless, selfish behaviour by those players that we spoke about off camera earlier. They should know better. They may not choose to be role models, but you know, if you're a professional footballer, you're a role model. So you've got to live up to those expectations of other people because you're getting paid handsomely. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? Like we all want to be able to go outside. We all want to be able to go and socialise, to do things like normal. So sadly, we can't. And regardless of the amount of money you earn, the rules should apply across the board. So I think they need to be punished for it. Like they do need to be punished, whether it's docking salary, whether it's community service when all this is over. Like you broke the rules, you put other people's lives at risk. There will be repercussions. So that's all I think I can say on that. I don't know too much about it, but from what you said to me earlier, you know, there need to be repercussions for their actions.
So let's get into it, Dan. Your top Premier League team of all time, yeah?
I've got my players lined up. Okay, well then I'll try and pick the player, and then I'll tell you who would my backup be as well. I've got them all written down. So my the goalkeeper, the greatest goalkeeper in the Premier League era, in the English Premier League era, in my opinion, is, sad to admit this because he was one of yours, is of course the legendary Dane Peter Schmeichel.
That would have been my choice, so I completely agree with you on that. But
yeah.
What would you? I mean, obviously you just said it all in one. I was going to ask you why you chose Peter Schmeichel, but you pretty much just said it there and then. The Great Dane.
You'll remember as well as I do that anyone, if you got in a 1-on-1 with Peter Schmeichel, just that, you know, the way he smothers the ball, this kind of, you know, the star jump out to, you know, cut down the angle, and we see that with Kasper. He does a very similar technique, and just a great goalkeeper, great shot stopper. Don't really remember thinking he had many flaws, or they weren't prevalent. So I can't think of a better goalkeeper. My backup is actually another Peter, or should I say Petr, and it would be Petr Cech, but that would be Chelsea Petr Cech, not necessarily Arsenal Petr Cech.
Can I just say, Ian Wright never scored against Peter Schmeichel?
There's a lot.
There's a lot though, didn't it? Right?
Maybe he just got in his head. He knew his game. I don't know. He's just a superb goalkeeper, and I would have had him at Arsenal in a heartbeat. So I think that was an easy choice for me. I couldn't think of another keeper that really has got, or even got the accolades that Peter Schmeichel achieved over his time at Manchester United and at the other clubs, City and Villa. But yeah, superb goalkeeper. And then Petr Cech would be my second best choice because of when he was under Mourinho at Chelsea, just looked unbeatable, didn't he? He was superb. So they're my two, mate.
Right back, who are you picking there?
Okay, well, we're going with 4-4-2. So right back, I mean, this, I don't know if you're going to agree with this at all, because he's very recent. I'm going to go TAA. Good
choice. Why are you picking him?
Just setting a record for assists this season, and he's just like a breath of fresh air as a right back, and I really feel like I haven't seen an exciting right back. I literally cannot think of another right back I got as excited to see play. Just a superb player. Like, he can defend, and he's probably better going forward than he's defending. But the way the game's built right now, it's good to have an attacking fullback. So yeah, that's why I went with Trent. Do you want to know who my backup is? Who's on the bench?
Yeah.
Neville G.
Yeah, good choice. Just because he's won a lot, he's captained a lot of winning teams. He's won everything.
Yeah. And as a player, he was a good player, and he could have been a captain. He
was a captain.
Yeah, but even when he wasn't a captain, even England or whatever point in his playing career, he had that sort of morale. But I didn't particularly like him as an Arsenal fan. He was troublesome and he would, kick off. But Yeah, great right back.
He was good, mate. Yeah, and I would have put him. I would have actually put them two anyway as my right backs. So, but you're going for
Interesting.
Trent.
I would go for Trent ahead of Gary Neville, but like in like 8 years' time, if we did, or like maybe 5 years' time, if we did this again, I'd be proven completely wrong, probably because Trent might not live up to the bar he's set for himself. But you never know. We'll see.
Right. So who's your centre back? First one.
Okay. This was tricky. So obviously I've picked 4 because I want 2 for each slot.
Give us pick the 2 out of the 4, yeah? Don't worry about left and right.
Okay, the 2 out of the 4. Whoa. All right, then, in that case, I'm going to go... Oh, it's so hard, Matt. Out of those... I'm going to go Tony Adams.
Yeah.
Una. And Nemanja Vidic.
Okay. What was your backups?
Sol Campbell and VVD.
So why did you pick them 2 out of the 4? Why Vidic?
Well, I mean, the bias in me would go, if I was being biased, I would just go for the Arsenal connection. But actually, I think Adams was just a superb centre back and a leader. And Nemanja Vidic was just a beast. Who knows? Like maybe Virgil will continue to keep up this. I guess maybe like if you take into consideration his spell at Southampton, he wasn't all that. I mean, in that Liverpool defence, he looks another level. But I'm going to stick with the 90s and noughties collaboration between Adams and Vidic. Although Campbell and VVD would also be a great pairing as well, I think. It's interesting that I picked 2 Arsenal, a United, and a Liverpool. Maybe like 1-0 to the Arsenal when we were like really good at defending. That's maybe why I've picked 2 Arsenal defenders, but I really struggled to think of anyone else who like completely blew my mind. I guess you could have put in the likes of, I think Carvalho when he was at Chelsea was phenomenal, and there's probably a few more defenders I've maybe Jaap Stam I've slightly overlooked as well, but those 4 kind of rang out for me.
So my 2 choices were Jaap Stam and Vincent Kompany.
And Vincent Kompany. Yeah, see, Kompany could have been... But if I was being realistic and went, who's not going to get in, like, who's going to get injured? Obviously, Kompany's career...
But he still did well. I mean, who won on the league last year? That goal, I don't remember.
Rocket goal, I don't
remember a defender scoring a goal like that to win the league. Do you? Apart from Tony Adams. Maybe.
No.
He did.
No, I don't even. But not like that. Not that.
Quite a good goal, though, isn't it? I still remember his celebration, Tony Adams, when he scored that goal. Okay, we've got centre backs there done. Left back.
As much as I dislike the fact he left us to join Chelsea, Ashley Cole.
Yeah, same here.
It's just the best left back.
You ain't going to pick Phil Neville, are you?
No. Well, Phil Neville did a job at United, and he was quite adaptable and became a defensive midfielder. But yeah, I've got to go Ashley Cole, haven't I? Like, just a superb left back, and it showed that he played so long. Even after Arsenal, then and like got all the trophies at Chelsea, and then he had a spell with Roma, LA Galaxy, came back into Derby. I think he was playing till he was like 36, 37. Yeah, quality player.
Who was your backup?
Another United player, French guy.
Oh, balls! That's actually who I was.
You didn't think of him,
anyway.
did you?
Huh?
Yeah, Patrice Evra. Patrice Evra would be my backup.
Patrice Evra would have been actually my pick. So you picked Ashley Cole would have been my second. So yeah.
There you go. So we picked very similarly there.
Well, the goalkeepers we picked the same. The right back we picked the same. Centre backs completely different, and left back is nearly the same.
Defensive midfielders. Let's start there. Patrice Evra.
What?
Oh, what am I talking about? Patrick Vieira. Sorry. Oh my God, I just did that. Brain just skipped.
You can't have
there.
the player twice. I know you like him. I know you obviously like him a lot. Wasn't he your third choice?
Yeah, I love him. Sorry?
Wasn't he your third choice for goalkeeper?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. No, but Patrick Vieira as my main defensive midfielder.
Yeah, that's cool. Who was your backup?
Kante.
Oh, okay. I don't even have to ask why Patrick Vieira over Kante, but just tell me why anyway, just in case people don't understand why. Why'd you pick?
Why Patrick Vieira? Just a super enforcer. You know, we all know he had a temper and he could get sent off quite a lot. But he brought the fight to the game, and I mean, it says a lot that really Arsenal never really ever replaced Patrick Vieira in that position. It's similar to like when was it at Chelsea, Makaleli? Was Makaleli, I think he was defensive midfielder. And they never really replaced him until they got Kante. Just like, you know, well, they probably did no, maybe they didn't. But like, you know, your team needs a spine. You could argue that you could have a Vieira or a Kante. You could even say, you know, a Roy Keane. But it needs to be someone aggressive who's going to break up play, who, you know, and also normally I think a good defensive midfielder makes a good captain as well.
I wonder if you're going to put in somebody else next to him. I want to hear it. Who is your centre midfield number 2?
Well, I guess no, but this is the thing, Matt. I'm sort of doing it a bit like a diamond. So I'm like thinking more.
That's cool.
Classic, yeah. like a classic number 10. Okay. So yeah, centre mid or attacking mid.
So
I think you might. Well, I don't know if you'll be. No, it won't be who you're.
I wonder if they were going to go into the same team, but yeah, go on.
I've got 2 down. I'm just going to pick one. Paul Scholes.
Oh, good choice. Who's your second one, though?
Bergkamp.
Oh, you've left out an Arsenal player. Bloody hell. You all right?
Yeah, but I don't want to be. This is the other thing, Matt. I don't want to be too Arsenal biased because let's be honest. Arsenal didn't win anywhere near as many titles as Manchester United did in the 90s and noughties. So clearly Man United were the more dominant side. Scholes' playing career in the Premier League was long and varied, but I mean, it's tricky. Bergkamp, incredible footballer. But Scholesy, like some of those goals, I mean, they both scored amazing goals. It's tricky. Who would you pick out of Bergkamp and Scholes with not being biased? Oh. You would.
Yeah, it's not. There's a difference in the players, though. To be fair, you know, like Bergkamp could only really play in that position that he could play, whereas Scholes could adapt his game. I mean, remember him playing on like the right wing for England. You know, what the hell? Like, you'd never expect him to be.
You must remember
he was an attacking midfielder like you picked him for, and then he changed to central defence midfielder when he got older. Like Ryan Giggs as well, the way he came into central midfield. Like, I just think that's what you really want in a player, like longevity, someone who can like go into a position and just do it. Where I don't think Bergkamp could do that. Plus, he didn't like to fly, did he, Bergkamp? So it'd be hard to get him on the games. So I'd have to pick.
Immediate travel. And like, we're not going to be playing the Champions League unless I can get him there by boat. So yeah, let's go with Scholesy then over Bergkamp. That's a tricky one. Should we go to left mid? Again, I've got 2 options. Funnily enough, they're both Welsh. Giggsy or Bale.
Oh, Bale.
Have
you not picked yet? You haven't said your first one.
I'm gonna go Giggsy. I think on this one, just because again, playing like career time games, accolades in the Premier League. Obviously, we all know Gareth Bale went over to Madrid and ripped it up for a few years. Bit more injury prone, lightning quick, great player. But yeah, I think Giggs really, like, looking for greatest Premier League players, like Bale was great for the few seasons they kept him at Spurs. Obviously, he started terribly as a left back, and then they moved him to left wing and found out he was phenomenal. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Giggs, mate.
I would have gone with Ryan Giggs too. And in my central midfield, it would have been Keane and Scholes.
Fair dues. Very Man U biased. Although it seems my one's heading a little bit.
Just Premier League
Man
all
U
time.
biased.
I'm just thinking, like, how could I leave them out when they've won so many? Like, but this is a really good. This is the good one, right wing. Now, what are you saying? Who have you got?
Easy. One of the greatest athletes of all time, Ronaldo. 100% Ronaldo. Has to be Ronaldo. You tell me a better right winger than. I know he's become like a striker now, but like, yeah, superb. Like just a superb footballer.
I don't think there is anybody else, is there?
Like right wing. I'm gonna go Salah because it's modern and like he had that phenomenal season last year. But Suarez was also on the tip of my tongue, but I went Ronaldo and Salah.
Do you know what I'm going with? Andre Kanchelskis.
You're going to pick Andre Kanchelskis was a quality player, but you can't be picking Kanchelskis and Mahrez ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, he was just Ronaldo's the one. Kanchelskis was my second option because he was the first winger I properly looked up to other than Giggs. You know, like even Jay, you know, Liverpool fan was like, Kanchelskis, mate, Kanchelskis. Yeah. It was a long time ago. People don't quite remember it, but he was a really good winger, mate. Real fast. Hey, now we're getting down to the last two now. This is going to be hard. There's lots of strikers, aren't there? So I don't know how your formation's working out, but
it's like a diamond. I've got my back four. I've got attacking mid, two left and right mid, and then I've got a defensive midfielder, and then I've got a front two. Classic 4-4-2 for this.
All right, we'll give us two then. Go on, do it. Smash it.
I'm gonna start in reverse then. So fourth choice, I think, would be Didier Drogba. Solid career at Chelsea, great player, scored loads of goals. Love scoring against Arsenal as well. Love scoring against Arsenal. Yeah, Drogba would be in my top four. Oh, so hard. Oh no, maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Actually, third choice, Alan Shearer.
Yeah, mate. I'd put him in top four, probably. Yeah, to be fair.
Maybe you probably always going to have him as my number one, but I think I've had a change of heart now.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him number one. I mean, I know he scored the most amount of goals in Premier League, but I wouldn't. He's not won anything from scoring the goals, if you know what I mean. So I wouldn't put him there.
One league title, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, with Blackburn, yeah, I guess. Okay, one, yeah.
So then my final two now that I've just selected would be Sergio Aguero. Don't think I need to say more than that. Superb goal scorer. I get like Matt. What is like? Is one of the players I get so excited to watch. Even if it's against Arsenal, I'm sitting there trembling, thinking he's going to rip us a new one today. But he's one of those players I genuinely get excited to see playing. Just always excited to see playing. Which has actually made me realise that maybe I could have given a shout at left mid or left wing to Raheem Sterling, but I've got past that now. So, so then my other super striker I'm going for is, of course, Arsenal legend Thierry Henry.
And the reason why, of course, he was magnificent. Top goal scorer for Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, you could have argued I could have had Ian Wright could have been in there for me. You know, another Arsenal striker I absolutely love, but Henry, some of his goals just like woof. Like you just see him, even you watch him back now, you're like, wow, he had some ability, and Wenger totally saw it and knew how to exploit it. And you know, he started off at Arsenal as a left winger and then bumped his way up to striker, but he was adaptable. He's a great player. So I'd have to say Thierry Henry. He's probably my first name on the sheet, to be honest.
I was close to that, and I'm going to tell you, I picked Thierry Henry, and I also picked Eric Cantona.
Yeah, Cantona crossed my mind as well.
Didn't make your top four, though. Tough one.
He
isn't it?
didn't, mate. The other one I contemplated, and probably I think he had just a slightly too short career at United, was probably Ruud van Nistelrooy. Was superb.
Do you know who the first ever person to score a hat-trick in the Premier League was? Eric Cantona for Leeds United. Mental, isn't it? Then he gets bought for 1 million, and it's the rest is history. But I agree completely with Thierry Henry as well being in there. I'd say the two Frenchmen up top for me. That'd be perfect. One with the big ego and the one with the flair. Like, well, they've both got flair, but like, yeah, I had to pick the two Frenchmen up there. Yeah, definitely. Right, so let's see the results, mate. What is your team starting from goalkeeper to striker, all 11? What are they?
Okay, Matt. So my Premier League greatest starting 11 from goalkeeper all the way up to striker in a 4-4-2 formation is in goal, Peter Schmeichel. Left back, Ashley Cole. Centre back, Tony Adams. Other centre back, Nemanja Vidic. Right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Defensive midfielder, Patrick Vieira. Attacking midfielder, Paul Scholes. Left mid, Ryan Giggs. Right mid, Cristiano Ronaldo. And your strikers, Sergio Aguero and Thierry Henry.
It's a pretty good team, it looks like to me.
I think so.
Took you a while to pick that.
I mean, mate, I'm still umming and ahhing about. I think Bergkamp should probably be in there. Maybe VVD, maybe Shearer. It's hard, but yeah, I think.
You know, I haven't asked you.
Go on.
Who would be your manager?
Oh, Fergie, innit? Well, I mean, reluctant to say it, but it would be. It's just
pretty much a Man United team, isn't it?
Well, apart from the left back, the centre back, the right back, defensive mid, and the two strikers. Look, it's going to be quite Man United prevalent because Man United was so dominant throughout the Premier League era. You know, with so many title wins, you can't. As much as I didn't enjoy Man United winning those titles, I can't deny the quality. I could probably deny the quality when I was younger and go, oh yeah, whatever, they're lucky. No, but as an adult, I'd be like, yeah, they were quality team, quality players, great manager. So of course it's going to be overrun with Man United. I mean, to be fair, mate, we didn't even mention like for a centre back, I didn't even mention John Terry, but that's just because I hate him. I didn't mention, another attacking midfielder, Frank Lampard. But maybe I hate Chelsea more than I hate Man United, and I never realised it.
Well, yeah, I guess you probably would, wouldn't you? Anyway, I mean, I know there's like that. How do you call it? Rivalry between Arsenal and Man United because of the winning the league at Arsenal, and then vice versa, whatever. I don't know quite what happened completely, but I know it was always a battle. Like for Man United, had to beat Arsenal to win the league, and vice versa. You don't get that much these days, but even though you look at it, we're both pretty much in the same position as well, like in a sense, like, well, we've got the cash, obviously, and so have you, but you're just pretending you haven't.
Always.
Huh?
Always, yeah. Yeah, Matt, do you not think that rivalry between Arsenal and Man United it's not going to be the same, but for quality and finishing first or second, that's City and Liverpool. Could be for another couple of seasons, no?
Maybe not City, depending on what's happening with their ban things. That's completely gone out the window at the moment, isn't it? No one's even thought about that. I mean,
I'm telling you, it'll get overturned. They won't get banned. I've got a weird feeling it's going to get overlooked. Because if they ban City, then they're going to have to look at banning PSG. They'd probably have to look at banning Barcelona. Like, there are other clubs that have done stuff that hasn't been legit, and they're being punished. Which is right, but then you've also go, well, how about PSG? You're telling me that everything they've done is legit? Not a chance.
Same with like Chelsea, wasn't it? I guess they had that ruling against them, didn't they? Then it got halved.
Yeah.
So they didn't do as much bad as they made out. So
massive slap on the wrist, and they probably weren't that bothered because they probably thought, well, we've got such an abundance of quality in our youth. We're just going to have to start using them. We just need a manager in place who can bring out the best in the youth. And that's what they did with Lampard. So, yeah, probably not that bothered. Yeah, so Fergie, mate, would be my manager, annoyingly. I wouldn't pick Arsene. If I could pick Arsene, I'd only pick Arsene for about 5 or 6 years. Well, maybe 10 years, but not it's got to be Fergie, innit? Premier League Fergie, not whatever it was. Sorry, when it was First Division, not First Division Fergie, Premier League Fergie.
Agree with that. I agree with that. One final question, Dan. Your favourite player of all time? All-time favourite player. Who is it and why?
Okay, not an easy one, and I'm going to argue here, not even a player that was massively part of my childhood, but I am going to pick Diego Maradona, because even though he cheated, even though he was known for taking illegal substances, I mean, you'd still probably argue the substances he took probably didn't enhance his game, I'd argue. Just I think what it is with Maradona, it's the underdog story, that he came from nothing, man, like from the slums in Buenos Aires, and he fought to get to the top, and he became a superstar, and he got put in the limelight, and he got pushed, but he was still an amazing footballer. I mean, what he did at Napoli, just unbelievable. And we've talked about this before, Matt and I, about the film Maradona was on Channel 4 recently. Just like, if you can't watch that and watch that and think he might not be the greatest footballer of all time. Maybe it is Messi. Maybe it is Ronaldo. Maybe it was Brazil's Ronaldo if he wasn't so plagued with injuries. But just so exciting to watch, such a character. And he was playing football at a time where they were just kicking absolute lumps out of him. I mean, you just get up and get on with it. I think now it's hard to compare to football now. I think football now is like, the level's so unbelievable. I mean, if you like on TV recently, I've watched some of the games from the 90s, and some of the football's not great. Even some of the noughties, some of the passing, some of the ball play, pretty woeful. I think we got to a point now where it's such a fluid game. I don't think Maradona would be as amazing now as he was back then. But I think, I don't know, maybe he'd have more of the training and the medical care and the fitness and conditioning and nutrition. Who knows? I've got so much time for Maradona. It's unbelievable. I love him.
Dan, thank you very much for joining us today to do that.
You're welcome. Sorry, I went on forever there.
It did. It's gonna be quite a while, this vlog. But it's good to give it a go, see how it goes. I think we could probably improve it a little bit more, maybe sometime. But we should definitely do a quiz or something like that. Hopefully, we can get that sometime. But thank you very much for joining us and giving us your all-time Premier League 11.
You're welcome.
Everybody, if you haven't already, please subscribe, share, and push that like button. Thank you very much for doing that, everybody. And that's it, Dan. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
Have a pleasant week.
You too.
Bye-bye.